Hey guys, we're in Fairfield, Texas. I'll show you a nice Jeep 60 model. Jeep Willy. Let's take a look. We'll talk to the man that owns it here in a second and let him talk about what he's done and where he got it and all the good stuff behind, stories behind the rods for sure. I love these old Jeeps. Getting harder and harder to locate. Sometimes you see them on a deer lease, sometimes you see them down the road, but man, they're getting harder and harder to find. You guys need to put your hands on them if you can find them. Like everything else, they're not out there anymore, and when they are, they're expensive. Nice front winch too. Cool. Hi guys, hey, I'm with Bob. We've been friends before.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you again back in Fairfield.
Yes, sir.
Bob, thank you for coming. Thanks for bringing such a really cool old truck, or Jeep. And I'm gonna turn this thing around. You talk to us about it.
Okay.
This is Bob and his 1960 Willys.
This is a model CJ3B.
Yes, sir.
You can always know these by the taller hood they have, because they had to have room to put the taller motor in it, so they made the hood taller. The windshield's taller. They shortened this part of the windshield from a 2A to a 3B to give more room up here. The other ones have got a taller windshield. It comes with a F head. The intake valves are in the head. The exhaust valves are in the block.
Original engine?
It's the original engine.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how many miles it has on it because it's beat off the road.
Bob, how'd you come by this Jeep?
There was a man in Buffalo that had it. He was an old man and didn't need it anymore, and I bought it from him for $1,500. And it was a pretty big mess.
Wow, what a steal. That
But,
winch cost more than that, Bob.
yes, but he used it to fox hunt out of Conroe, Texas, and he told me one time the funny thing, he pulled it behind his Cadillac to go to fox hunting, and he would get drunk.
My goodness.
And he said, I towed old Jeep at 100 miles an hour behind that Cadillac that I didn't know it was back there. It was back there.
That's a good story right there.
But I've kept it for like 40 years now, and used it, drive it around in the creek bottom, river bottom, go hunting with it, all the dogs and the children in it.
You know, I said a little thing a while ago that these Jeeps are getting harder to locate.
Yes, they are. Original ones are.
Yes.
Usually somebody's got them and chopped them all up. And
right.
Try to raise them up off the ground too high. I try to keep my stuff original.
So what is your overall plans with it? Just what we see here?
What you see.
Yes, that's great.
It'll go back to the hunting camp in a shed all the time. And
you know, we see a lot of people trying to go buy four-wheelers, Polarises and so forth, but these are fun.
yes.
They're fun. You can drive them down the road.
Yes.
Put license on them. You can do a lot with these old Jeeps if you can find them.
They're very tough, and it will amaze you where it will go. It won't climb steep banks, mud. It'll just ride right on top of the mud.
You know, the little bit older, or I'd say older model, because they come out with you know, with a Jeep, the military style Jeep. When they started building these Jeeps for the public, they put a little bit better features in them. You know, and I know the old military Jeeps are rugged, but these Jeeps here, they're made people friendly.
The springs were different, I think, on the military.
I think so.
But it got us through several wars.
It sure did, and we still see them out there.
Yes, sir. The Willis Army Jeeps.
Yes, sir.
Kind of rare, but they're still out.
Mostly original, guys. You can see that Bob hadn't done much to change the originality of this thing, and you know, I appreciate that. If you notice, look under the seat, you see the gas fuel tank. Some of these have been cut out and put behind the seat and made fuel cells, but love it. Love his Jeep. Bob always brings good stuff, and he's got some plans. And man, I'm glad to see him here today at the show. And Bob, what else can you tell me about it?
Well, it's just a lot of fun to drive around.
You know, when we see these old Jeeps like this, we're thinking, sometimes people have a problem. They say, well, it costs too much to go to shows, costs too much to do that. A lot of this is, it's just fun and it's social.
Yes, it is.
You get out, you meet people,
yes.
You come out, you get to know people like us. We met 3 or 4 years ago, yes. You know, and we know each other. It's social, and being able to come out and have a good time. You don't have to spend $20,000, $40,000, right, Bob? You come out here and have a good time without having to do that.
It's really fun to see all the different vehicles.
It is. All right. Hey Bob, I appreciate you coming. This is Rat Nation. Hey, subscribe to us. We bring more of this stuff. We're in Freestone County, Fairfield area, and at the Courthouse Square. Thank you for tuning in, and be sure and subscribe to us. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it.
Thank you.